Steven Spielberg's Jaws turns 40 years old. Universal Pictures and Turner Classic Movies will celebrate the milestone anniversary with special screenings at approximately 500 theaters later this month. It will no doubt give fans of the cult classic another chance to relive memorable scenes like this one. I didn't swim in pools or oceans for like a year after that. Jaws was the highest grossing film at the time and became the template for summer blockbusters. Ben Mankiewicz is the weekend daytime host of the Turner Classic Movies. He'll be hosting one of the Jaws screenings. Did you stop swimming too, my friend?
Thankfully for me, I was never a terribly strong swimmer, Richard.
Okay,
and,
all right.
But no, look, I was terrified like everyone else. But, you know, I have a theory, because the notion that it kept people out of the ocean may, of course, not be true. We're just really guessing. You know, summer attendance, summer travelers visiting Martha's Vineyard tripled in the years following Jaws. So I think it made us thrilled to go into the ocean, because I think it made us feel like we were doing something dangerous when, in fact, we were just going into the ocean.
And not a lot of sharks at Martha's Vineyard. There's a lot in California. Universal Pictures, as you know, spent about $2 million to promote Jaws. Did that change the dynamic at the time?
Yeah, you know, they took out ads in nearly 30 television markets, 30 major TV markets right before the release in June of 1975. That really hadn't been done before. Now we see ads for movies all the time on TV. That was new. Everything about Jaws was new. Previously, films in the summer were thought to be just for kids, and so the initial thought was maybe this would just be a simple monster movie that kids would go to, but it ended up being a much more grown-up movie, and it turned out, what do you know, grown-ups go to the movies too. Lord knows how much money the studios lost in the 40 years prior to this before it occurred to them that, hey, maybe we should start releasing some good movies in the summer.
All right, so good movies. Does Sharknado at all have anything to do with Jaws and thanking Jaws for what it did?
We've gotten so much from Jaws, some of it good and exciting, like Shark Week. Some of it silly, like Sharknado. Some of it incredibly memorable, like the land shark bit, and I think the 4th episode ever of Saturday Night Live. You know,
Snakes on Planes.
Snakes on a Plane, right. Peter Benchley, who wrote the novel, later said that he actually regretted writing the novel because at the time he just treated the shark sort of like Godzilla, and he didn't realize how sharks behave in the water. And that movie has really completely framed how we think about sharks, and most of it is incorrect. Sharks do not go around hunting people.
I want to finish with a funny fact that folks might not know. Among its many accolades here, the Library of Congress selected it in 2001 for preservation in the National Film Registry as a culturally significant film. Why is it culturally significant, you think?
Well, first of all, for some of the things we've just talked about, it literally has framed how we feel about this fish in the ocean, that we didn't know that much about. It has created a whole genre of entertainment. It created the summer blockbuster. And also it's the movie that made Steven Spielberg. And let's not kid ourselves. This is a thrilling, sensational movie. It is not just what it did and what came after it. It is the entertainment that it provided. And I think it's why so many people are going to turn out to Fathom events on Sunday the 21st and Wednesday the 24th at 2 and 7 o'clock to see this movie in a theater with other people, to shriek with other people and share the experience the way people did in 1975.
Shriek. Ben Mankiewicz, weekend daytime host of Turner Classic Movies. Thank you so much, my friend.